Someone left a comment on one of my videos saying, how do you get over that feeling when you feel like there's nothing and no one to talk to? I feel so numb, and it's so cold here in New York. It's very cold here too. It's not like a walk helps. So the feeling that you're describing here is that you're feeling lonely and alone. There is a difference there between the two, but you are feeling isolated in a certain way, and you're saying that you're feeling numb. This question, I'm pretty sure, came from a girl, so that's what she's saying. So when you feel that way, you're obviously aching for some form of connection. You're aching to feel like you're alive somehow. You want to be connected to people. You want to talk to someone. You want to feel important to someone. And if you're living alone, that especially could be hard. If you don't have close friends or family, that also could especially be hard. The weather does affect our moods. It does affect the way that we feel about going out. Like she's saying, it's not like a walk would help because it's really cold here. I can assure you, you can go out for a walk in the cold. But from the question, I understand that she's aching for connection with humans. Like, what do you feel when you feel like there's nothing and no one, You're feeling like that lack of purpose. You're feeling like nothing really excites you and nothing really upsets you. You're just in that state of feeling like you don't want to feel, or you do want to feel, but there's nothing to feel. And so it's better to just pretend like you don't feel. So when you feel this way, when you feel numb, when you feel like there's nothing or no one to talk to, when you feel like the close people to you are maybe always busy, or you're not really getting that access to human connection that you would like to get. And sometimes, families become distant, either because you're living in a completely different place, in a completely different country, or there's just a lack of communication or a lack of understanding between the two. So it's not about not having people around you, it's about not having the right people around you. So what you need to do is ask yourself, and I'm telling you this from personal experience, who would I like to be surrounded by right now? If it's friends, then pick the one or two friends that you feel you could be yourself around and go see them. Text them, call them, go for a walk in that cold weather, and go find a nice cozy coffee shop where you can sit and have a conversation with them. Or you don't need to have friends, but if that's what you need, then go out and experience those things with friends. But you don't need a friend, for example, for you to go to a coffee shop or a restaurant or even go to the movies on your own. I've done it multiple times. I go to coffee shops all the time alone, and I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. I actually enjoy it. I enjoy sitting in places where, I'm just in my own little world. I'm writing, or I'm, working on a post for social media, or helping someone via DM or email, or just doing work that I need to do. I love doing it, not every day, but when I do go out, I love doing that on my own, because there's something that feels like getting yourself to get up and get ready and go to a place where you're going to be sitting alone. There's so much confidence to be gained from that, because you are not defining yourself by the lack of people that you're with or by the lack of people who are around you. You are genuinely enjoying yourself and enjoying your time. It doesn't mean anything bad about you at all. I remember when I was younger, there would be so many videos that would go out, especially on like Valentine's Day or around that time, or any kind of special day for couples or relationships or whatever, even videos in general about relationships that would make single feel miserable. And if you're young and you watch things like that, you genuinely believe something is wrong with you because you're not in a relationship, or you don't have someone with you, or you don't have like a really close circle of friends who are always around you. It makes you feel like something is wrong with you. And I remember I used to think, is something wrong with me? Because I was always very isolated. I was always like in my own world. And yes, I starved for connection, but I knew that I always felt like a burden asking people to spend time with me. So I just never did it. I just kept to myself. But I still felt like something was wrong with me every time I would watch a video like that. Now I know that it's about what you choose to do with your time. So, dear question asker, if this question is coming from a place of you seeing everybody around you feeling connected or looking like they feel connected, or having people around them, or going out and experiencing all these things, and you're feeling like because you're not taking part in that something is wrong with you, then that's what you need to address. Ask yourself, what do I enjoy doing? Like someone once told me, when you go to a restaurant or to a coffee shop or to a place where you're spending time with people and they ask you, what do you want? Say what you want. Don't just say, oh, I'm good with whatever. And that completely changed the way that I saw the importance of what I like, the importance of what I get to choose. A lot of times we forget that we actually have the power to define ourselves for what we choose to do with our lives, with our time, with our bodies, with anything related to us. So if the question is stemming from a place of whether it's consciously or subconsciously comparing yourself and your life to those of others, then start with that and say, I'm going to come back to myself and ask myself, what would I like to be doing with my time? And does that involve people? Because most times it probably doesn't. It's only your fear of being alone or your insecurity of being alone. But if you do want to be around people, instead of making it a need, like I need to be around people to feel okay with myself, change that language and say, I want to be around people. It's kind of like saying, I love you because I actually want to be around you, instead of saying, I love you because I need to be around you. There's a big difference there. So I hope that this video helped, and if you still have any questions, please ask them in the comments, and I will see you guys next time.